My name is Kunle Adeyanju. I'm popularly known as Lionheart. I'm a motivational speaker, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an adventurer, and I'm an author. Someone who likes anything scary, anything dangerous. If it doesn't, they call it the adrenaline junkie. Maybe let me put it this way. If it's not scary, it's not exciting. I think I remember the day quite well. It was 19th of April that I started the ride. And there was nothing particular or peculiar about 19th of April. The background to it started in 2019. 2019, I did a bicycle ride cycling from Lagos to Ghana and back. I remember that time I wanted to do it with some friends, but almost everybody started pulling out at the 9 minute. So I decided to go to it alone, and I did it. It was tough. It took me 3 days riding to Ghana and 3 days riding back. It was really tough, but I did it. And I said to myself, what other very difficult, challenging thing can I do? I'm always shuttling between London and Lagos, Nigeria. And I just said to myself, why don't you buy a motorbike and ride from London to Lagos? So that idea went into my bucket list in 2019. Then I started thinking about it. Then COVID came, I couldn't do it. Then after COVID, I spent 1 year building the plan. I'm a Rotarian. Rotarian means people who are members of Rotary Club. So, and what do we do in Rotary? Rotary says, bring your skills, bring your talents, bring your gifts. Let's use it to touch lives, to solve humanity problems in our world. And I said to myself, okay, what problem can I solve? And I chose polio. That I'm going to use this ride from London to Lagos to raise funds to support polio eradication in Africa and world at large, and also to raise awareness so that people will not become complacent about the dangers of polio. And why did I choose polio? Growing up as a boy when I was in elementary school, my best friend then in school had polio. When we're doing all those things that kids normally do, like swimming, running, jumping, he couldn't do them, not because he didn't want to, but because he was limited by polio. So sadly, in 2020, we lost him. Polio didn't kill him, no, but polio drastically limited his potential in life. And I know he went through a lot of pain all through the years because a lot of things he wanted to do, he couldn't do them. So when we lost him, it was painful, and I said, okay, I have an opportunity to actually raise awareness and try to help solve the problem of polio in the world. Yeah, it took me a year to build the plan. And when I say a year, I mean putting in about 2 to 3 hours every day, working on the plan for 365 days. So it took that long to build the plan because, if you're going to be doing that kind of a ride, which was a solo ride, you're going to be crossing through one of the most inhospitable environments in the world, through the Sahara, and you are there alone by yourself. You are your fallback if anything goes wrong. So the only way to come out of it alive is to make sure that you have planned very well and your plan was good. Yeah, all through the ride, the first challenge was actually through the European continent because it was really cold. Everybody thinks in April, Europe is supposed to be warm, but funny enough, it was freezing. So even with my warm clothing, 5 layers of warm clothing and my armored jacket with inner lining, I was still terribly cold. So cold was a challenge. I was almost having frostbite in my hand because imagine going through the strong wind and you're exposed to the cold. The crosswind on the Mediterranean was extremely, extremely strong. To the point there was a day I was riding and the crosswind actually blew me sideways and sort of like lifted me off the ground on the bike. And I saw myself, going down on the road, on the asphalt. I thought I was gonna die. And I'm a religious person. I just did the only thing I know I could do. I shouted Jesus. The warm heat of the Sahara. This is where you get exposed to close to like 45 degrees heat. Then look at the strong wind of the Sahara. Then again, the fine grains of the sound of the strong wind is blowing the fine grains. So it's like 1,000 needles trying to poke into your body. So it's actually a very challenging ride. And again, there are other threats you don't look at, like Wild animals. I came across a lion. I came face to face with a lion. There are sometimes you're riding in the Sahara, you just see a camel standing in the middle of the road, just jump in front of you. So you have to be at your best all the time because you just anticipate anything can happen. So your reflexes are sharp. I got to the border and I saw over 1 million people, Nigerians, came to the border to welcome me. There were so many parties, stand, DJs, people play music. Then I started seeing different associations. Oh, association of this rider, association of taxi drivers, association of bus drivers. People that I don't even know produced their own banner, brought their own band team to come and welcome me at the border. It was so mind-blowing that I forgot everything I planned I was going to do. I tell you, I've never felt as proud as a Nigerian as that day when I got to Nigeria and I saw over 1 million Nigerians at the border to welcome me. There were over 250 bikers who came to the border to also welcome me in. So it was really, really a very exciting experience. Africa is doing a lot, but we still have a lot to do. Because, as we say, we're in this last mile of the eradication, and that's when we really need to redouble our efforts. Again, so we need to make sure that we need to keep the message. Yes, we are certified polio free, but we still need to sustain that immunization process. We can put in place a system that will make sure that if we do the first immunization week A, we were able to achieve doing the second one also in the second week, so that way we're able to actually effectively end polio in our world.